Hey guys, this is David. Just want to share with you this food trailer. I guess it's just a regular camper trailer that we purchased. Somebody was planning on using it for like mobile business. I don't know what mobile business they were trying to sell it for, but we purchased a trailer, an old camper trailer, like a '64 or something. I don't know what it is. The title doesn't say what it is. It's had technically two owners, one real owner. And they kind of apparently took it all over the country camping and everything, which is kind of a cool story. But we're pretty much just purchasing this camper trailer for just serving food out of right now for like our pop-up events instead of having to set up a tent each time. They redid a lot of the interior and everything. It's just a few things that we need to do to make a few changes so we can actually maybe eventually use it as like an actual food truck trailer, what the mobile food dispensary vendor, whatever they call it here in Florida. Let me just give you a quick rundown of what it looks like. All right, so right now, as you can see right over here in this area, they put in a window that can pop up. That's what these boards on the floor are for down here. We're gonna actually replace that window completely, just make it a little bit nicer, looking a little nicer. In here they've installed like all these cabinets on the floor and like, you know, this serving counter over here. We're gonna have to take out these cabinets on the floor so we have a little bit more space, because they kind of like overhang. As you can see, they kind of overhang a lot, and when you have two grown men in here, yeah, that's just not going to work. We need as much space as possible. Back here, what we're probably eventually going to do is we're going to put a 3-compartment sink and a hand washing sink, because over here there's actually water hookup already, and electrical ran to it. I don't really like how the electrical wire runs underneath the water hookup, so we might do something about that. Even down here, you get that old school breaker box. I haven't really checked out the power, but we will. And over here, we got an old retro, Manel stove, vintage and blue. I'm gonna taking that out, selling, because we're not gonna use that at all. I don't know what we're gonna do with these guys right here. Might leave them, might take them down. Not quite sure yet. But we do have some electrical outlets put in. We're actually gonna take out this sink here and take off this countertop, and we're gonna put a butcher block countertop one here to slice brisket on. We're not gonna slice directly on the butcher block countertop. We will have a cutting board on there and take that out. And you replace this light, because it's a little janky. It doesn't really stay up at all, even when you tighten it. It's missing the ball. It's kind of flimsy. Over here, we're gonna take these cabinets out as well, because we gotta slide our warmer in. Actually, what I'm thinking about doing is I might just get a smaller butcher block countertop, and I might be able to stick our warmer on top of this, because we just got a small Cambro electric warmer to use. But yeah, we're probably gonna take out this area over here, and then either put another area for storage, or eventually take this whole section and swing it over to the window so people can actually watch us like slice the brisket and ribs and put together the sandwiches. Just a little bit different ideas there. Not quite sure yet what we're gonna do. And this is what the camper looks like on the outside. As you can see, it's not really feeling that vibe right there. And also we got like this piece of wood down there that they patched something up with. The plan is to get some wood along the bottom part here all the way across, and then we might repaint the whole thing like a nicer white with a nice like semi-gloss sheen on it and everything. Probably maybe replace that light. I don't know, I kind of like it. Might just take it off and spray paint it black so it looks a little bit more fitting for what we're gonna do. This is gonna be like a whole new, like, not, I don't say cedar, maybe cedar, like awning and everything. We're gonna get like those hydraulic lift legs so they actually stay up. We don't have to worry about someone accidentally knocking the wood out and knocking somebody out when the window falls. And then over here, we're probably gonna do the same thing with wood up halfway, maybe just do the whole thing. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're definitely gonna get our logo that we're redoing, and we're gonna paint that on the side here. Just make something stand out, because, you know, everyone's food truck looks the same, just with different graphics on it. We want something a little bit different. Even right over here, we have like propane. So we're probably gonna put a propane hot water heater in there. One of those instant ones. It's ready to go. I kind of want to test the line because I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, that's pretty much the outside and the inside. I know this isn't like the traditional type of food trailer that you see and everything. We're not really using it as that right away. We're planning on using it as pop-up events. We have an event coming up in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that we just have to do a little bit of work on to get this thing ready to go. I'm just gonna kind of share with that, show what we're gonna do there. Basically, all we need to do is just kind of make it like a little bit more operational, so that we can actually serve and slice meat in here, because we don't have any space to slice anything, and I don't have any space to put my warmer at the moment. So we're gonna put the warmer in here. We're gonna get a butcher block countertop done and pretty much ready to go. We have to really test. I haven't tested out the electrical when we purchased it, but really the purpose behind this trailer isn't so much to have a full service food trailer that has like a fridge, has a freezer, has anything like that. It's more along the line like the next step from like a pop-up. So when you do pop-up events, you have a tent and you have a lot of stuff you have to pack and unpack and back up, and setup takes a long time. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It's just me and my business partner that do the pop-up events for our smaller events. We do get some family or friends to help out for our larger ones. I'm going to share about those events and what we do and how we operate those. But honestly, it's kind of like just what we need right now. Maybe as we get bigger, when we get bigger, as our business gets, more business, we're just kind of staying to smaller events. We did have a really big 4th of July event we did that, we were not quite prepared for. But, we're learning and experiencing different things that we need to figure out. But I just kind of want you guys to follow along the journey with us as we learn, and hopefully you guys learn and get ideas, because there's some content out there. There's not that much content, and I've reached out to other people and they've said different things. They haven't responded, so I kind of want this to be like a journal for our team and for you guys to kind of just follow along. I think this is be a good adventure. Right now we've been in business doing pop-ups for we started in March and it is July, so is that March, April, May, June, July, 5 months. And we just did, like I said, we did a big 4th of July event, and setting that up, and then when you get everything set up and all of a sudden a crazy rainstorm comes through because you live here in Florida, and it just soaks everything to close your tent over. It's kind of frustrating. But while we were at that event, there was like a little small trailer next to us, and I was asking them questions, and they don't have a mobile food vendor license. They're like, we just do temporary events. And this kind of just works out because it makes us feel a little bit more at ease without having to worry about like the state saying that there's issues that we can't do this. But apparently you can. I don't know, you have to always check with your state. I'll be honest, getting answers from Department of Business and Public Relations Professionals, I don't know what's DBPR here in Florida. It's kind of like pulling teeth. You call, you put on hold for like 30, 40 minutes, an hour, and then you don't really get your questions answered. So I kind of just learned from other vendors in the area. That's what we kind of have to do. And I'll be honest, that's probably what the best thing for you guys to do if you want to start a business, whether it's a pop-up or a food trailer or what, is just get in contact with other places in your area. Other guys that are serving food, other guys that have their own trailer, do pop-ups. Speak with them and see what they're doing. For us, I started this journey a while back when I was going to do my burger pop-up. And there was a guy in Orlando that did burger pop-ups out of a 10. There's another barbecue business, and both of them both got different types of license. One, they got what's considered a non-seating license because they don't have control over the seating and lets you do catering. And they said that was fine. They haven't had an issue with the health department. The other guys, they just do a catering license. But most of those guys just pop outside of breweries because they don't serve food. And, I guess the best things that go with beer is burgers and barbecue. I think burgers and barbecue go with a whole bunch of things. It depends on what you want to do. But when it comes to that, it's more of learning and asking questions. because it seems like no one has the answer. And then when you're lucky and you go through your health inspection after you get your license, you have to go get yourself a commissary, and you have to go through an inspection with them, even though the commissary is already established. That's a perfect time to ask your health inspector questions there, and then get answers. And then, you know, if you get a good one like we have, he says, you know, here's my number, call me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help you out, answer your questions. So I have his number. I haven't reached out to him in a while. He was a really cool guy. He answered more questions in the 30 minutes that I had time with him than any other person has been able to answer. It's quite a challenge, but I'll do that in a later video, kind of talking about the process I went through, just so we can start doing pop-ups. Honestly, if you're doing like farmers markets, if you're doing events like that, you don't need a license here in Florida. What you need is something called a temporary event license. But we'll kind of talk about that at a later time. But yeah, we're excited for this trailer. You know, I might not be the most animated, most excitable person, but there's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of, I don't want to say anxiety going on, because, you know, like, it wasn't cheap purchasing the trailer. We didn't have the money saved from the events that we did. To be honest, when you're starting a business, you know, you might start off with a huge profit right away, but right now, like, our business technically is in the red pretty good. But, you know, we're just starting up, and as we get more established, as we learn a better process, how to handle things and do things, what that lets us do is go from small events like farmers markets, where we might serve like 50 people, to larger events like a 4th of July event, a Memorial Day event, Labor Day event, those types of events. Either there's a food truck event, doing those events where we're serving, you know, over 100 or 200 people. Right now, at this 4th of July event, we served like, I think, 80 some people in 3 hours. And it was kind of a mess. It was kind of crazy, nonstop. Tickets were getting lost and everything. But I kind of want to share like a difference of events here in the future. I just hope you guys stay along. So I hope you guys, you know, go out there and do something different instead of just worrying and thinking, what if? So I was there 2-3 years, and then finally, before I pulled the plug, and, you know, it's tiring, but, you know, it's rewarding at the same time. So don't sit there and think that you can't do something. Don't sit there and think that, you know, you might fail at something. You might, you know what, but you don't know. You don't know if you're going to fail until you do it. And you know what? I'd rather have failed at something trying than to sit there and wonder what if. So I hope this encourages you guys. Like I said, like and subscribe and follow along. See where we're going this journey. I can't wait to share everything with you guys, because, you know what, this is, like I said, this is a journal for our team, where we started, you know, for my kids, so they can see what their dad did and they can learn from that and be proud. But also because I like to help people, and I want to share my experiences and what I learned with others. And you know what, I hope you guys enjoy this and you guys get something out of it. So like I said, like, subscribe, follow, whatever you're supposed to do. Put some questions in the comments. I'll be happy to try to answer those things. Like I said, we're gonna do minimal stuff here right now, but in the future we will be doing a lot bigger things in here, and I want you guys to follow along with that. I'm gonna help you guys. Like I said, this is David.